Home. It's where I feel most comfortable and where I feel like I can be myself. Home is the Emirates, home is London Colney, but home is also Hackney. Home is also the cage where I grew up playing football.
Dangerous ball in and it's converted by Lotte Wubben-Moy.
Mum and Dad, they didn't have a Scooby about football when I was younger, which was probably one of the biggest things I'm thankful for to this day. They are both creatives. My dad's a furniture designer, my mum's in the fashion industry, a seamstress. It was a growing up that had zero affiliation to sport, but then allowed me then to create sport of what I wanted and sort of create a world of escape and a world that I could define in whatever way I wanted. My upbringing of being in a creative household in some way, shape or form led me to creating on the football pitch. And I really believe in that quite strongly as an art form, football. That is your creative space, being on the pitch between those white lines and off it even. The comparison between football and art, don't think it's tapped into as much as it should be. I believe strongly in the fact that you are creating when you're passing that ball, you are creating when you're taking a shot. That is a form of art, and I think if people looked at football in that way, they would have a very different connection and relationship with it, and it wouldn't feel so much as work, it would feel more as an expression. It's not just football, that is an art form, I think. Anything that you are creating, anything that starts out as zero and becomes more, that is a creation, that is an expression of art. A lot of people have different thoughts when you think of London, but there are also some really special parts to me that aren't near the London Eye, they aren't near Oxford Street. They're closer to Hackney, closer to where I grew up, where I found football, where football found me. I'm not sure which one that is. And a lot of people will know there's a lot of light and there's a lot of dark in London. That is literally the case in the cage where I grew up playing football. The floodlights definitely did not work to their maximum capability. And I'm actually trying to work on a project right now to get that cage refurbished. I hope for there to be many more young women, young boys growing up in my local area who can find the cage, can find the football pitch as a safe haven, as a place where they can create. This pitch had big green caging that you could climb up. I'd get in there and just play. There would be 10 boys in there, there'd be 5 boys in there, but the amount of girls that were in there was always constant. That was me, only one. That was pure bliss. Like I said, my parents didn't know much about sport, they didn't know much about football, so when I left the house in the evening, it was sort of like I could go and create of the world what I wanted, with the ball at my feet. If an artist has its canvas, the cage is that canvas for me. I love the quote, and it's by Mia Hamm, and she speaks to her younger self as a phrase of, I'm going to play for that young self in me, and I'm going to remember that she's always there, and as a result it's going to be the best game of my life. It's going to be the best 90 minutes, it's going to be the best training session I have because I'm thinking about my younger self. And it's that naivety, it's that raw sense of there is no more weight to it than just my enjoyment, and there is no more weight to it because I am enjoying it, and that is a freedom to me. I'm just like any other girl, honestly, just like any other girl. I hate signing people's shirts, not because I don't want to share my signature with them, or not because I don't want to have that interaction with them, but because I genuinely think I should be getting your signature because I hope you're in my boots in a few years. That's how I feel about my talent. It's there only because I've worked hard, and I think if someone has the right mixture of people around them, training environments, reps, everything that goes into me being me who I am today, I think someone can be me, someone can be more than me. Players don't know how much of an impact they can have on young girls. Like I've said, we are a product of our environment, we are a product of the context that we're brought up in, and that is a different world for those young girls coming through now, and that excites me because I know that the women's game is growing, the women's game is developing in ways that makes it more possible for those young girls to dream. I dreamt when I was younger, but not in the same way that I hope the young girls are dreaming right now. I think the biggest thing for me, and it's always been a case that I want to win. I want to win the biggest trophies in football, and I want to do that with my teammates around me. There's no greater feeling than one, being in the huddle before a massive big game and you're all passionate, you're all fighting and you all want to give everything towards that game, but then also there's nothing greater than at the end of that game saying, oh, we did everything we could and we've won. And we've won this big trophy and we've won it together and we've got all these memories to share. I guess that comes with that goal. I want to win, but I want to win it with others and I want to share it with others, not just players but also the fans. And that comes with all those big major trophies. Maybe that's not the next 5 years, but if it is the next 5 years, then I've done an all right job. So for me personally, just to be able to consistently do that for club and country on the senior level, I'm only 22, but I feel ready every day to do that, and it's just a matter of time, I think, and a matter of gaining the experience from those around me to be able to do that.